When you're talking about dominance, that is when you have power and influence over others. So what does it take to be a dominant sports franchise? That is when you win the most and have the most talent. The Los Angeles Lakers is one of the most dominant NBA sports franchises that has ever played the game. They have won 16 championships, which is the second most in NBA history for a franchise. And they also have had some of the most talented players that the league has ever seen. According to the BleachReport.com, the LA Lakers are the second most successful team in the NBA. I would like to describe how successful the LA Lakers has been through the past few decades. First, I would like to explain where they originated from. Back in the 1940s, the Los Angeles Lakers were actually the Minneapolis Lakers. They actually were in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Back then, they played in the National Basketball League. In 1948, they transitioned to the Basketball Association of America. Back then, George Mikan was their star. He led the league in rebounding, and he also led them to 5 championships in 6 years. In 1958, they drafted a player named Elgin Baylor, who instantly became a star. In 1959 is when they actually moved to Los Angeles, California. That is where the next step of their journey began. In 1960, they drafted Jerry West, who went on to lead them to numerous NBA Finals appearances. Unfortunately, they came up short to the Boston Celtics. However, in 1968, they received a player named Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain then led them to the NBA Finals in 1972, where they won and he was named MVP. After that, we have an era called the Showtime era. That is when they drafted Irvin Magic Johnson, in 1979, and he led the Lakers to greatness all the way up until 1991. According to the cheatsheet.com, in the sports section, Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard in NBA history. He led them to 5 NBA championships in the 80s and led them to numerous NBA Finals appearances. Then we have the Lakers of the 2000 post era. They won 5 championships during that era. From 2000 to 2002, they won 3 straight championships, also known as the three-peat. During those years, they were led by Shaquille O'Neal, who got Finals MVP all 3 years. Fast forward to 2009, they won 2 championships back-to-back, 2009 and 2010. They were then led by a man named Kobe Bryant. He got Finals MVP both times, and also during that stretch, he got the league MVP. Finally, when you're talking about a dominant NBA franchise, you have to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. They've won 16 NBA championships and won during 3 different decades, the 1950s, the 1980s, and the 2000s. On top of that, you have players like George Mikan, Jerry West, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and the list goes on. So I think it's safe to say that the Los Angeles Lakers are a dominant sports franchise. Thank you.